I woke up from the mic.
Should already be. Should already.
When they say, at this kind of news rise,
I'll be backstage. I'll be backstage with you.
can you just go backstage right now?
Let's go back. I'm gonna be
We
backstage.
have to go out and back in.
Yeah.
Call it in.
Well, I can comment up for this like a couple weeks ago.
I got you.
So I got no idea.
I got you.
Huh? I know. I'm right here.
Okay, we gotta go around.
Sorry.
You go in there. No.
Okay, I need your help. Does that belong in there?
No, that doesn't belong in there.
Then, because literally, did I literally just walk right by that? And because it fell off, someone picked it up and I was sitting right next to it.
Oh, then it fell off of somebody else's boot there, so it's not a part.
Okay.
Oh, no, it wasn't part of yours. It was right there, so you broke it.
That's it. I'm going home. I'm going home.
You're fine. Come here.
Go, man. See ya. See ya.
You have to hold still so don't cut my finger. I don't want to bleed all over your shoe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You want my hot sauce?
I'm not even driving behind
This was kind of a group I left. Some of my old
Business here.
We're doing the favorite star secret power.
When with
That is the third weekend in July. Up at Daybreak Star. Yeah, they coordinate those calls. Why is she's down there? It's very big.
Do you mind? Can I pull up my chair right here and sit right here watching you? You know, this stuff is judges. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's judges. I don't want to. I'm sorry. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I'm moving.
I'm totally kidding. Actually, can I go sit in the light in the room with Eric in the projection? Man. I'll do anything all the way up there. I don't think that'd be a. Like, I could sit, what if I go on the very, very top row? Is this Wi-Fi connected? We're good. That sounds official. Yeah, I believe that. That sounds official. That's good.
Raft Island Rose?
Yeah, they're a nursery that specializes in roses.
I live out on the end, so I know there's Sunny Nursery out there, but not Raft Island. Raft Island is probably
Pretty much down.
somewhere.
They grow, that's a big nursery.
Big. There's a nursery up by my house. They don't already have a sign or anything. It's just a nursery that's out by Maryland or Freehold. That might be possible. I like your jacket and your patch. Is that your guys' patch?
Yeah, this is our jacket.
Oh, I like that.
We wear it with khaki pants and a white shirt.
So when is the Rose Festival this year?
Always Memorial Day weekend through the second week in June.
Oh, wow.
It's not easy. I used to be all of my true. I was attention, sweet, sorry. I still remember. She sun goes by, of course, never person. And makes you believe it's all true. Now I'm free. And you know what I asked for. If I'm wrong in December, I would give it all back for a chance to start over, or rewrite an ending or two. For the girl that I knew, only reckless, just gets tired. But it learns that when something up, when she's bruised and gets used by a man against love. And then she'll get stuck in being scared of the life that is safer, growing stronger each day. Living blindly reminds her, but it does a little to bring back the fire in her eyes. That make your life used to be mine. Used to be mine. She is mine. She used to be mine.
It's not White River, it's the other one. Yes, that's great, because if you look down, yeah, but if you look down below, it says Julia W.R., which is Julia White River. That's the only reason I was able to figure it out.
And it's also in the order of the program.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not-
Okay.
it is not in the program.
Oh, I thought you said they did straws. I thought they said they did straws.
Well, the straws are totally in line with the way the program is. Funny how that works out.
I know, right?
Welcome home. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it's or 100 years, you face it. Can't find one near or feel outside. I can't find my fear. Isn't it lovely? All alone, I'm in a glass, my mind of stone. Take me It was almost 2 years that I just suspected all of the wondering is thinking, what the hell? I don't wanna break a friend. I keep on trying to spin you, but I can't. I refuse. Shouldn't worry, but I couldn't help it. Had a feeling she never felt it. I always wish you was being selfish. Don't know how to be the way. I wanted you to change. Shouldn't worry, but I couldn't help it. I always felt that you were too damn selfish. Yourself. I don't wanna break your bread. I need you trying to send you, but I can't. I refuse. Shouldn't love you, but I couldn't help it. Had a feeling that you never felt it. I always thought that you were too damn selfish. Don't know why I love me other way. I wanted you to change, yeah. Should've loved you, but I couldn't help it. I always knew that you were too damn selfish. It's not possible, 'cause I'm not responsible for your selfish obstacles. But my heart and your heart is just selfish.
Welcome, everyone. Before we get started, I just want to acknowledge that in your program, it says that Amanda Westbrook is here also as an MC. Unfortunately, she was unable to be here tonight because of an emergency, and I'm so excited that my emerge sister, Chrissy Cooley, is here with me, and so we will be able to be the MCs for you tonight.
Thank you so much, Davina. I so admire the work that you do across the community, so I'm honored to be here on stage at this excellent community event. So, okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here and supporting the 2022 Daffodil Festival Royal Court at Queen's Coronation. At this time, I'd like to remind you all to silence your cell phones, stow away your noise-making devices, although I'll ask for your grace because my 8-month-old noise-making device is here. And if you're using a phone or camera to take pictures of tonight's event, please make sure that those have their flash disabled so as not to be a distraction to others or to the princesses.
At this time, please rise for the presentation of colors courtesy of Lincoln High School's Army JROTC, as well as the national anthem as performed by Sydney Andrews from Glacier Middle School.
You see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. We would also like to take the opportunity to recognize a long-term festival partner and a vital part of our Pierce County community by acknowledging the land of the Puyallup tribe. We're on the land of the Puyallup that they've lived on here since time immemorial. I acknowledge, especially as a white person, that this land was taken from them, and we seek to partner and elevate that relationship with the Puyallup tribe at all times.
Thank you. Now I know we've got a lot of ground to cover with us tonight, and we want to keep things brief. Thank you all. Be seated. I apologize. Y'all don't want to stand all night like boys. Come on now. Thank you so much. We have a lot to cover tonight, and we want to keep things brief so that we can get down to what everyone's been waiting for, the 2022 Daffodil Festival Royal
first of all, hi, I'm Chrissy Cooley. I sit on the board of Tacoma Public Utilities that I currently vice chair. And I'm a volunteer with the Protect Tacoma Tide Pads Coalition, People for the American Way, and Precinct Committee Officer for the 27th Legislative District. I'm committed to the values of improving equity, the environment, and the economy, and that's part of why I host a monthly environmentalist meetup called Tacoma Green Drinks. That and because environmentalists don't get invited to parties.
And I'm Davida Sharp-Hazen. I will also be your MC on tonight. I am an associate professor of education at Pierce College, located in both Puyallup, Lakewood, and JPLM. I'm also one of the amazing hosts of the local podcast, Backyard Conversations, which brings together the voices of Black women together to talk about the things that impact us in our community. I'm the founder and executive director of the Two-Way Racial Healing Project, which works to bring with community members to create authentic community through authentic relationships, and ensuring that all of that has representations of all members.
So by a show of hands, who's been to one of these events before?
I can't see that.
Maybe make some more noise.
So just in case there's anyone unfamiliar with the Queen's coronation, the goal of this night's event is to choose a new Daffodil Festival queen. Each of the 23 participating princesses from this year's royal court will take the stage, give a 1-minute speech, and on the theme of Hope Rises, as well as answer an impromptu question. And to show our integrity, the envelope is sealed. They do not know what the question is. There will also, of course, be singing, dancing, laughing, and crying. We have our tissue here ready for this evening. But by the end of the evening, we will emerge from this auditorium with a brand new monarch to take us through the festival season. And of course, you also have seen 22 of the amazing princesses in action and know how much each of them deserve the titles they've been bestowed by their schools and by their community.
So speaking of which, I think there are a couple of important groups in this audience worthy of recognition.
Right. So if you've been, we might need to turn the house lights on for this one. If you've been with the festival for much of any time at all, you know that you're not just a Daffodil Princess for a season, but once a princess, always a princess. Will all of our past Daffodil royalty please give us your best princess wave? I don't know. Thank you so much to our incredible alumni, especially those who are now Daffodilians or participate in the Gold Buddies Mentorship Program. We are so happy to see you.
And speaking of Daffodilians, those of you in the audience may have noticed a dazzling yellow blazer or two in your midst. Those are our Daffodilians, the team of volunteers and dedicated members who help make up the festival, who help keep the parade and floats and the busy royalty appearance calendar all running smoothly. A special shout out to Kalumi, the Director of Membership and Events, as well as the rest of the events committee who helped put together this beautiful evening, as well as the chaperones, that fearless bunch of princess wranglers who made sure everyone made it to the building today in one piece. And Daffodilians, please stand up and be recognized.
We have quite a few people in the audience tonight who deserve a little love and attention. So I'm going to do a rattle off and do this neck-breaking pace, so get ready. We're going to do our cardio tonight and see how fast you can stand up and sit down as we go through all of these people.
All right, I'm ready. So we have some local dignitaries, government authorities, mayors, members of our state house and senate here this evening, and we also have some of our Pierce County Council and Tacoma City Council members, Puyallup, etc., and even some port commissioners. Would you please stand and be recognized? As the Royal Court serves as official ambassadors of Pierce County, as well as proud members of their communities, our relationship with our local forms of government and civic organizations are incredibly important to us. We are so thankful that you are all here with us this evening.
In addition, the Daffodil Festival is not only festival around. We would like to thank any visiting members of local festival affiliates of organizations like Steve Care and Portland Rose Festival for attending as well.
Now everyone, please put your hands together for another special guest, returning home from the United Kingdom, where she is currently studying at the University of York to pass on her royal title. It's Queen Katie Rose from Puyallup High School, escorted by the official Queen's Guard, the Clan Gordon Pipe Band. Everyone, please rise.
You truly do make the evening even more special. After all, when else do you have a chance to hear bagpipes?
Well, the Daffodil Festival has had a rough couple of years, and really, who hasn't? We are still so thankful for the community support we've received, not only from the many different communities who call Pierce County home, but our notable alumni. Queen Katie Rose is having her train supported here today by a lineage of past queens, including 2017 Queen Maren and 2019 Queen Katie. Thank you, ladies.
And finally, we just could not do it without him. The 2022 Daffodil president, who I now can call my friend, Scott Bellinger.
Taking the stage now, President Scott. President Scott Dellinger is a firefighter captain with Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority and served in the United States Air Force as C-141 and C-17 Loadmaster for 32 years. His First Lady, Sue Dellinger, owns and operates Harbor Dance and Performance Center in Gig Harbor and Freedom Dance Center and Outreach Branch in Parkland. The couple began their journey with the Daffodil Festival in 2009 when their daughter Molly was selected as the Lakes High School Princess. Since that time, they have served in many capacities. Scott has been a part of the float crew, float director, and parade assistant to the inimitable Bob Sudreth, and now as president. First Lady Sue became a chaperone in 2010 and joined the board of directors in 2012 as an at-large member. She serves as membership and events director for several years before passing the torch to past Princess and Daffodilian Palumi, whom Scott and she wish to thank for organizing the beautiful event you are celebrating with us today. Their daughter Molly has been a Daffodilian chaperone and dance co-choreographer.
President Scott, it's been quite a few years, so please tell us, what does Hope Rises mean to you?
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Good evening. My name is Scott Dellinger, and I'm very proud to serve as president of the Daffodil Festival organization for the 2022 year. I would like to thank Silas High School for having us here, and we thank all of you for being here in support of and to celebrate these most accomplished Daffodil princesses. Let's give them a well-earned round of applause. I did it easy tonight. I get to actually read my speech. I'm extremely proud of each of these amazing young women, and I'm honored to share in their experiences as princesses and official ambassadors of Pierce County. These young leaders embody servant leadership, and if our past royalty is any indication, they will likely carry the passion to improve their communities for the rest of their lives. In my speech that I gave at each high school selection, I spoke of a world that was almost unrecognizable as we were still in the thick of COVID mandates and lockdowns. In less than 3 months, we've seen some of these lifted, and our communities are opening back up and we're able to breathe again, both literally and figuratively. Are we back to normal? Not yet, but hope rises. Our communities are rising up to meet the call by lending their hand in ways that I haven't witnessed in years, even pre-COVID. So hope rises. This is our theme for the year. And I repeat again and again that hope cannot be destroyed nor taken from us if we make the choice not to allow it. Through the ashes, hope is stirring, and the proverbial phoenix is emerging. And the phoenix was chosen as a symbol of resurrection and grace. It represents transformation and the overcoming of obstacles. I still firmly believe that we need to rise up during difficult times, to rise above our political and ideological differences, to rise above our socioeconomic differences. Reach across the aisle to become friends and neighbors again, who look out for and help each other, regardless of personal views and opinions. Never forget there's an enduring light ahead drawing us forth. The flames of rebirth are visible if you just look for them. And in closing, I'd like to share an inspirational quote by LaShawn Collier. Let every sunrise be a reminder of your ability to ascend from the darkness by rising up and shining your light. Thank you.
President Scott isn't the only one with something to say about hope. For the past few months, this year's Royal Court has been hard at work with sharpening those moves to their annual song and dance performance. Every year, the Daffodil Court performs in front of audiences across the county, spreading the message of the festival. And this year, the song continues to promote the spirit of perseverance that President Scott has hoped to bring this year.
Here to perform the song Rise Up by Andra Day, put your hands together for the 2022 Daffodil Festival.
was absolutely beautiful. We're just about ready to meet all of you and hear what you all have to say about Hope Festival.
The 2022 Daffodil Festival Royal Court represents a diverse array of high school senior women selected by 23 participating schools around Pierce County, all choosing to spend the precious hours of their final year of high school volunteering with the Daffodil Festival. And you know that's special because these kids have been stuck inside for 2 years now. So we are so happy that they have enthusiastically given their time, attention, and effort to continuing to represent their schools and communities as official ambassadors of Pierce County.
But that's enough of us talking. We know who you really are here to hear from, not us. As a reminder, each girl will take the stage, perform 1-minute speech, and answer the impromptu question. So please refrain from any distractions or flash photography during the course of tonight's event. And if you find yourself needing to leave the theater for any reason, please do between each princess's performance.
We would also like to thank members of Lincoln High School and Clover Park Air Force JROTC who will be escorting our princesses on stage tonight. That all being said, let's welcome our first princess.
Our first speech of the night is coming from Princess Kaylee of Grand Houston High School. Princess Kaylee is a Running Start student and looks forward to receiving her AA from Pierce College in June. Kaylee maintains a 3.95 GPA and is a member of the National Honor Society. Next fall, she looks forward to attending Pacific Lutheran University, where she will study music education. Given her passion for healthcare, Haley has served as president of the local chapter of Health Occupation Students of America. She also is a member of the Red Cross and serves as a multi-care volunteer. As a member of the Grand Houston Wind Ensemble, Haley is the first choir baritone saxophone player and is the drum major for the GK Marching Band. Haley's hobbies include music, art, and photography. She delights in Pierce County's diversity of its people and its geography. Haley loves being outdoors when she can explore the many adventures available in Pierce County.
Buried deep within our hearts, waiting and longing to blossom into something beautiful. This hope that we feel is vital. It helps get us through the toughest of todays and helps us long for the better tomorrows. I know when my world is cold, gray, and gloomy, it only means that the daffodils within my heart have begun to grow. This year, as we face the need for hope, a hope that ends COVID, brings peace to those suffering, and fights for those who need it most around the world, we must only remember to look within our hearts for those daffodils that bring us joy and love. So the next time that you are out exploring Pierce County, going through Tacoma Proctor District, exploring the valleys of Puyallup, or biking through Ording, and you see those golden daffodils rising up towards the sun and blossoming for all to see, remember that hope is also beautiful, and it too will rise. Thank you.
So the impromptu question is, what is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something that I feel is unique about Pierce County is not only the diversity that we see within its geography, but also its people. I believe that Pierce County is an amazing place that brings such hope and joy to all and allows all people to feel welcome and to be who they are. As well as the people, as I mentioned, the geography, from mountains to sea, we have everything in between. and I believe that it is something unique that not many counties get to experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Kaylee. Go ahead and take a seat. Our next princess is Rogers High School's Princess Julia. In the fall, Julia looks forward to attending Washington University in St. Louis to gain a bachelor's degree in political science. She plans to continue her education by earning a Juris Doctorate degree in which we will provide the credentials necessary to become a criminal defense attorney. Currently, Julia's desire to help others has generated over 300 hours, which has earned her a letter in community service. Julia also has served 6 years as Rogers Avid Ambassador, is a member of Key Club and the National Honor Society. Her parents are from Nairobi, Kenya, which inspires Julia's cooking hobby. Her favorite recipes are African dishes. Julia hopes to travel to all 50 states by the end of 2030 and to visit a new country by the end of 2022. The glass art displays in both Puyallup and Tacoma are Julia's favorite places in Pierce County.
Albert Einstein once said, "Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow." In the 10th grade, I joined the Rogers High School wrestling team. I have never wrestled before, but I learned so much, like how to pin somebody to the ground under 5 seconds. Little did I know, I'd also learn about hope, diligence, and tenacity. On the day of our first match, I was hit with an injury I didn't know would be so severe. The next day, I was diagnosed with a torn ACL and a meniscus. I had surgery and went through countless hours of physical therapy to get back on my feet. I was tested to see if I was 100% healed, but I ended up not passing. In the mere hopes to better myself, I continued to train. Then, I was finally cleared to participate. This event in my life taught me that no matter what obstacle I go through, hope will continue to inspire me to keep moving forward.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something I feel that is unique about Pierce County is the food. The places bring the different cultures that Pierce County provides, and whether that's African or Indian dishes, it just brings us together and then shows the diversity. That's what I think is unique about Pierce County. Thank you, Princess Julia. Up next, Princess Aisha. Proudly representing Cross High School. Princess Aisha is part of the Tacoma Youth Equity Group, College Success Foundation's Achievers, and ETS Trio. Her plans after high school are to attend Dixie State University in St. George, Utah, to major in psychology. Being a strong advocate for mental health, she hopes to become a psychologist and a psychotherapist with her degree. She has always been people-oriented and loved to help others. Aisha wants to serve her mission through the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I hope that it will help her share her faith and personal experience with others. Aisha is the candidate commander of the Air Force Junior ROTC at her high school, which has allowed her to grow to the leader she is now. She's part of the Tacoma Youth Equity Group, which has motivated her to excel in academics and to further her education after graduating high school. Aisha is so happy to serve her community as a Daffodil Princess because it's everything she loves to do. She gets to interact with people, give back to the hardworking members of Pierce County, and she has 22 new friends. A fun fact about Aisha is that she has a fraternal twin sister, and she is older than her twin sister by 60 seconds. In her free time, Aisha reads and watches Disney movies. What Aisha loves about Pierce County is the diversity of its people and the unique unity she feels. She also loves to visit places around Pierce County, such as Mount Rainier National Park, Northwest Trek Wildlife Trek, and the various libraries around Tacoma.
When I reflect on the theme Hope Rises, I think of ways that I, as a Daffodil Princess and an ambassador for Pierce County, can inspire hope in the hearts around me. Hope can be associated as a negative thing because things happen to people that make you feel hopeless. And in those situations, it gets harder for someone to trust hope. A time in my life that I felt hopeless was through the early stages of the pandemic. Every time the governor would extend the quarantine, I felt hopeless that things could actually change. And then in March of 2021, the first step towards change was when we went back to school for hybrid learning. And I slowly started to let myself realize that things could get better. This experience has taught me that we can use hope as a motivator to get through our most difficult challenges, no matter what they may be. I know that everyone has a struggle, but I may not know that person individually. But it doesn't mean like we can't get through those difficult things. It's how we rise up to the occasion is what really truly matters. If there's anything I've learned as a Daffodil Princess, it's that it's not about me, it is how I represent Pierce County and the image of Pierce County.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something unique about Pierce County is our diversity. I feel like our community is extremely diverse, and that helps us to get past those stereotypes and those traditional barriers that are put there through a community that isn't as diverse. And I really enjoy meeting people from different cultures and backgrounds because I get to be more exposed. And I think that's really important as a Daffodil Princess to get to know every single person in our community, no matter who they are or where they come from. And that is something unique about Pierce County.
Thank you, Princess Aisha.
Next up, Princess Caitlin from Bonnie Lake High School. Princess Caitlin has studied the flute for 7 years and has participated in instrumental contests and clinics as well as performances. She is also the drum major for Bonnie Lake High School Band. Caitlin is actively involved with her school's drama club and is a member of a thespian troupe. She plans to major in education with a minor in biology at Western Washington University, with the ultimate goal of becoming a middle school science teacher. Caitlin believes the many parades in Pierce County is what make it a very special place. She has participated in many such parades since middle school and feels like they are always a great experience.
Good evening.
I would like to start with a quick question. Which is faster, heat or cold?
Heat, because you can catch a cold. When I first heard this year's theme, I thought it was heat rises. It's a little silly looking back on it now, but there's still an opportunity to make an excellent metaphor. I'd like to think of our community's hope as a hot air balloon. When it is undisturbed, it can soar to extraordinary heights. However, the past couple of years have been like tree branches scratching and a hail plummeting that balloon. The fire within is perfectly fine, but the balloon can't fly as well anymore. So, what do we do about the holes in our balloon? Well, good deeds and acts of service can act as patches to our balloon. When people feel seen and heard and cared for, that lights special warmth in their heart that makes them feel so much better. So, I'd like to encourage us all to find opportunities to patch up our balloon, whether that's something on a bigger scale, such as beautify Bonnie Lake, or even something as small as calling to check in on a neighbor. I believe that once we continue to patch up our balloon, we can once again see that our hope rises. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
I have lived in Pierce County my whole life, so I'm obviously a little bit biased towards it. However, one of the most unique things I love about Pierce County is that you can find a little bit of everything in here. If you're an outdoorsy type of person, we have Mount Rainier for you to hike. If you're a shopper like me, we have plenty of farmers markets and shopping districts throughout. There's definitely something for everybody here, and that's what I think is the most unique thing about Pierce County.
Thank you, Princess Caitlin.
Here comes Princess Mason from Sumner High School. Princess Mason is a Registered student at Pierce College and is looking forward to receiving her associate's degree along with her high school diploma in June 2022. She is a current member of the National Honor Society and maintains a GPA of 3.895. In addition to her academic achievements, Mason has been an active member of the Sumner FFA chapter for the last 4 years and is honored to currently be serving as the chapter president. She is a talented artist, having won several awards, including first place at the Washington State Art Show for her category. For the last 4 years, Mason has worked for a local party entertainer as a professional vase painter and balloon artist. Mason's heart of service is shown by her volunteer commitment to her church youth group and making sandwiches for the homeless. After her high school, Mason plans to continue her education by pursuing a bachelor's degree in business management with an emphasis in marketing and entrepreneurship. She hopes to have a career that will allow her to pursue her business goals, her artistic talents, and her desire to serve.
Thinking back on my selection night, I spoke about the growth of the daffodil and how a daffodil bulb would not wish for the soil that it is planted in, but would instead wish for what it does not yet already have, which is the promise of sunlight that waits above. It is true that a daffodil will rise and reach for the sun. However, the nutrients required for the growth of the stem, the bud, and eventually the blossom is only possible if the daffodil is also rooted in rich soil from which to draw upon. For the daffodil to fulfill its promise of spring, both sun and soil is not only necessary, but there also needs to be a balance. I believe we can look with hope towards the future, yet balance that with being rooted in the present and appreciating where we are right now. The Daffodil Festival does an amazing job of honoring its roots, yet continuing to grow and rise up with hope towards the future and the promise of sunlight. And I am honored to be a part of that. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
I feel something that is unique about Pierce County is the community. There is no community like this one. It feels like family when you're in it, and there's so much diversity and difference. But it's beautiful because we can be unified in that. And so that is what I believe is unique about Pierce County. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Mason.
Our next speech comes to us from Princess Victoria of Franklin Pierce High School. Princess Victoria is a full-time Running Start student at Pierce College. In the fall, Victoria plans to attend the University of Washington, Seattle to continue her studies as a pre-med student. Victoria has been an enthusiastic member of Key Club since her freshman year, where she served as both the club's treasurer and president. She currently is the Lieutenant Governor of Division 35, Pacific Northwest Key Club International. Victoria is also a proud member of the Asian Student Association, where she has served as president for the past 2 years. She speaks the Cambodian language fluently. Following graduation, she hopes to continue advocating for equality. She enjoys attending workshops and learning more about diversity and inclusion. Victoria is delighted with the high degree of diversity in Pierce County.
Everyone can agree that nature is beautiful. Nature is just like life, a delicate topic that can often be taken for granted. Luckily, my grandmother was my second mom growing up. She taught me the 4 basic steps on how to grow a plant. Step number 1, planting the seeds. Each plant begins with embedding the seeds deep within the soil. Just like my grandma taught me, she always instilled the importance of being true to my Cambodian roots. Step number 2, always make sure to water and nourish the plant. Life is going to be hard, and that's completely okay. Grandma emphasized the importance of self-care. Step number 3, the best part. This is where the plant begins to grow and truly flourish. The sun is shining and the other plants are happy for you. You are living the dream. And finally, step number 4. The part nobody really wants to talk about. The plant finally reaches its purpose. The plant dies and leaves the seeds to regrow into a bigger and better version of itself. Just like the plant, my now deceased grandmother has left her seeds for me to regrow into the independent woman that I was meant to be. One day, I'll be able to go back to step 1, to replant the seeds of hope back into the soil of what was rooted within me, to share my seeds back into our community. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Pierce County has one of the most diverse people I've ever met. Not only are we super kind to whoever we meet, we care a lot about the service and giving back to our community. One day, like I said, I plan to do the same and advocate for what I believe in. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Victoria.
Now taking the stage, Princess Caitlin from Stadium High School. Princess Caitlin, is an ambitious and energetic young lady who thrives in her classes and loves to develop both her musical talent and leadership opportunity. Caitlin is president of both the senior class and the Key Club, and serves as an active member of the National Honor Society. She's a National Merit Scholar with a GPA of 4.0. Caitlin has a chair on the Youth Philanthropic Board and is a translator of the Korean language. She works at Kumon and conducts weekly research at Northwest Nuclear Labs. Her musical endeavors take her to Federal Way, where she is the concert master of the Federal Way Youth Symphony Orchestra. The Gold President's Volunteer Service Award was presented to Caitlin for her 250 volunteer hours with the orchestra. During the summer, Caitlin also volunteers at Camp Parkview, which focuses on the care of disabled adults. Upon graduation, Caitlin plans to major in applied math at a 4-year university. She is a quiet leader who is passionate about facilitating improvement. During her reign, Caitlin looks forward to becoming immersed in Pierce County communities while applying new skills as a daffodil princess.
I volunteer at a nonprofit called Compassion, which allocates a $30 monthly donation from a sponsor to a child in a developing country. They exchange letters, which I translate between Korean and English. There are many stories in the letters. I can feel the children's joy and appreciation, but also their struggles and sadness. Amazingly, despite the fact that they must walk miles to get to school, these children are so thankful and even excited to do so. To them, their school is their home and sanctuary. Dedicated teachers are their mentors, and books are their friends. They draw and sing. They dream of being a teacher, doctor, engineer, or a leader. They hope for a better future with their education. Education is their hope for life. And this hope is contagious. What starts from a $30 donation to a child spreads to their family, their community, and to their country. Hope brings people together. When the other side of the earth suffers from war, poverty, or natural disasters, we try to find a way to help. We must lean on each other, holding hands together, because hope rises when we open our hearts and reach out. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
I feel that the landscape in Pierce County is very unique, from Mount Rainier to being right by the water. I'm happy that I get to experience the natural beauty of Pierce County very close to home. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Caitlin.
Next up, from Lincoln High School, it's Princess Isha. Princess Isha is a young Black Muslim activist from Tacoma, Washington. She is presented at the Race and Pedagogy National Conference hosted by the University of Puget Sound, has been featured in the New Yorker and in an article entitled The Perils of People of Color, and is actively involved with the People's Assembly as a community organizer. Isha is the commission chair for the Justice and Safety Division of the Tacoma Mayor's Youth Council. Her poetic artwork, To All My Opposites, was featured at Alma Mater's Milk Gallery in an exhibit entitled Abolition, Imagining How We Get Free. She sees writing as a way to express herself and hopes that when people read her words, they feel connected and have a way to positively escape. Isha desires to be a politician and a role model that fights for people no matter what, including the homeless population, minorities, and those without food. She will be attending Louisiana State University to major in political science.
Poise, compassion, and determination are three adjectives best used to describe me. Good evening. When walking through Tacoma, I often see a lot of homeless people, including women my age. Not too long ago, I was in a similar position. This feeling of loneliness brought me to the lowest point of my life. There were days I felt dehumanized and shamed, simply a hurt child trying to navigate the world the best she could. Yet, I knew it was all temporary. Even though my days were dark, I never lost compassion, nor did I stop believing in others. When seeing people in my community go hungry, I would choose to share with them my last meal, even if it meant I went hungry. The same compassion was shown to me when a kind person offered my family and me a ride when we was walking for hours and hours for what seemed like a never-ending journey. I realized the only way to nourish hope is to be grateful for the gifts we are blessed with and empathetic to the struggles we encounter. The hope that rose in me still burns bright, and even bright today as an Daffodil Princess. Now I can be empathetic. Now I can empathize with my community. I would like to thank the Daffodil Committee for giving me a platform to use my voice to bring awareness to teen homelessness in Pierce County. I am destined for greatness, and so is my community of Pierce County. Hope rises, and still we rise.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
What I feel like is unique in Pierce County is the diversity and representation of Black women in offices. It's important for us to it's important to me as a young Black Muslim woman to look up to role models like Senator Knowles and Mayor Wooders. That's what's unique about Pierce County. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Isha.
Now proudly representing Cruella High School, it is Princess Daria. After graduation, Princess Daria would love to earn a double major in music and either computer science or electrical engineering. Daria's eventual goal is to work in the music and technology field. She's involved in her high school music program, including 2 bands, 3 choirs, and the theater department. She loves taking math and science classes and is the president of the Honor Society. Daria also participates in her church choir and plays clarinet accompaniment. She's part of the music team at her grandma's church's vacation Bible school over the summer and loves getting to sing and dance with the kids. Daria's favorite part about Pierce County is the farmer's market in downtown Puyallup, because she loves going every year with her family and friends to look at all the vendors, hard work, and creativity. Daria's dad is originally from San Diego, California, and her mom is from Britain, Washington. One interesting thing about her is that everyone in her family has a name that starts with D, including her dog, Daisy.
My little brother loves to build castles. He'll stack the blocks up as tall as he can before they fall down. But they always fall down, because he can't figure out that all castles need a foundation. I was only in the 6th grade when I wrote these words in a letter addressed to my future principal and regional administrator. I wrote this letter because I was hoping to take band and choir in 7th grade. Taking both band and choir wasn't encouraged at the time, but I believed taking these classes would help me build the foundation of my castle in the sky. The letter worked. Now, as a senior, I'm involved in 5 music classes at Puyallup High School. I am so grateful that I was able to build the foundation I needed to pursue my next dream, studying music and engineering in college. As a Dactyl Princess, I find myself dreaming still of ways to make a difference in my community. When we talk about hope, we sometimes think of hope like a wish, a hope that doesn't do anything. But true hope inspires action. Hope and hard work are required to build our castles in the sky. After all, every princess needs her castle.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something that's unique about Pierce County that I absolutely love that the Dactyl Festival has really helped me to discover is all these small groups of people that I didn't know existed and all these corners of Pierce County that I didn't know existed. At the beginning of this, I had to look at a map to figure out where everything was. And it's just been really amazing to see all these people that are really involved in their communities and the different parts of their culture. And it's been really exciting for me to get to witness.
Thank you, Princess Daria.
Coming up next, Princess Samantha from Pike High School. Princess Samantha grew up in Federal Way, but has been a student in the Pike School District since 6th grade. At Pike High School, Samantha is a member of Future Business Leaders of America, where she has been a 3-time state competitor and a 1-time national competitor and National Honor Society, in which she volunteers her time and efforts for the greater good. She is also Pike High School's ASB social media and Pike in 5 coordinator. She's participated in track and field as well as fast pitch softball throughout her grade school career. She has always been driven to maintain excellent grades despite taking the most rigorous classes Pike has to offer, with a GPA of 3.9, while also actively volunteering for clubs as well as for personal enjoyment. On top of her volunteering, Samantha has worked in 2 long-term care facilities as a receptionist and dining server. In the fall, Samantha plans to attend the University of Washington, Seattle, with goals of studying psychology and eventually going into law. When she is not working, volunteering, or studying, Samantha enjoys playing the bass guitar, exercising, and watching anime. A fun fact about Samantha is that she has not worn a pair of matching socks since she was 7 years old. Her favorite aspect of Pierce County is the diversity among its residents and traditions, as well as the inclusion of all different cultures and backgrounds.
Thank you. When the world shut down in 2020, I was a completely different girl. Every single day, I looked in the mirror and I found something that I didn't like. I hit a wall of self-doubt that I couldn't break down. I was scared and I was alone. I looked at social media and it told me how to look and feel and act and be a woman. It told me what I should and shouldn't do, and it was never something that I was comfortable with. And then COVID hit. All of a sudden, every outside influence I had was gone, and I only had me, myself, and I to depend on. I couldn't go to school and compare myself to all of the young women that I never thought that I would become. That was when hope rose for me. When hope rose for me, I started looking in the mirror every day, and I found something I loved, and I found that self-confidence that I was never able to. Going at Samantha's pace was what saved me. I couldn't look at any other outside influences, and as Oscar Wilde said, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Instead of going out in sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day, I'm standing up here in a dress that I feel absolutely stunning in, and I could not be more proud of myself, and I could not be more proud of the 22 other ladies beside me tonight. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something that I feel that is very unique about Pierce County is our diversity, as I mentioned in my biography. I think it's very important that, especially in my generation, we are so accepting of different cultures. We're accepting of different backgrounds, no matter if you're old, young, poor, rich. Anything like that, we are very appreciative of one another. And one thing that we are is close, because I think what I'm most afraid of for the world is conformity. And like I said in my interview, conformity does not put a Band-Aid on division. So that is what I love about Pierce County, is that not a single one of us are going to conform. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Samantha.
Thank you, Princess Samantha.
Thank you. I'm ahead of myself. Thank you. Now taking the stage, Princess Erin from Emerald Ridge High School. At Emerald Ridge, Princess Erin is a member of the National Honor Society, as well as the co-captain of the cheer team. Erin plans to attend the University of Florida to study kinesiology to become a pediatric physical therapist. In her free time, Erin volunteers in the children's ministry at High Point Church and has volunteered at Junior Jazz Cheer camps and Hounds on the Hill. During the summer, Erin works as Ascend Gymnastics as a summer camp coach and teaches gymnastic skills, creates crafts, and has fun getting to know the children throughout the summer. And a fun fact about Erin is that she was born in Hawaii and moved to Washington when she was 1. Erin wants to represent Emerald Ridge High School as a Daffodil Princess to become a leader, not only in her school, but also in her community.
To you, the hollow sound of bare feet hitting the balance beam is an athlete warming up. When I hear it, my knees start to ache, my back begins to burn, my muscles go into recovery mode, and my stomach fills with butterflies, just like it is right now. Gymnastics competitions were my childhood, and even the faintest hint of hairspray catapults me back to anxiety-filled days with little time for anything else. After years of 5 practices a week, I endured multiple injuries and had to make the toughest decision to stop competing in the sport I loved. For me, this decision was life-changing. My mom could see the negative effect this was having on me and put the idea for trying out for cheerleading in my head. So I did, and surprisingly, I made the team. My hope to find motivation was found that first year in cheer. When I was struggling, cheer saved me, giving me hope that I could survive even when gymnastics wasn't a part of my life anymore. Making All-American cheer teams, getting to travel and compete at nationals, and making lifelong friends, all from a sport I was hesitant about at first. Even now, I'm hopeful to cheer in college. Hope rises when you least expect it, even when you are hesitant. So much personal growth occurs when we challenge ourselves, and by having these challenges, you can spark hope for new passions. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something unique about Pierce County is the sense of our community. Not a lot of counties would come out and have this many people support just one festival or one event Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Erin.
Here comes Princess Zaina, proudly representing Bethel High School. At Bethel, Princess Zaina is a varsity cheerleader and a 4-year member of Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, FCCLA. During the summer of 2021, Zaina had an internship at KUOW. She now has a story on the radio and is an AP producer. Outside of school, Zaina is a company dancer and a co-founder of the Root of Our Youth, a student-led organization that focuses on equity in education and students' mental health. Zaina started her high school education in the Cambridge program. She is now taking an advanced placement class at Bethel and running start classes at Pierce College. After graduation, she plans on furthering her education at a 4-year university with a focus on business and communications. Zaina has American and Canadian citizenship and enjoys traveling. Her favorite part about Pierce County is the different cultures and communities you can find. Zaina is very proud to show diversity in leadership positions and is excited to grow as a princess throughout this year.
Good evening. The phrase "hope rises" reminds me of the time that I formed a community. During quarantine, I felt isolated. I saw a social divide in the way I've never seen before. Witnessing overwhelming amounts of hate through the media was too much for me to process on my own. In that moment, I realized the feeling of being lost was a universal struggle, and I needed to do something to help my community. With the goal of connecting students and addressing the social climate, I became the co-founder of the Root of Our Youth, a student-led organization created to empower youth activism. We held daily Zoom meetings for all ages to give people a safe space to learn and have open conversations about race, belonging, and mental health. Hope rose through this foundation not only for me, but the hundreds of people I've impacted. When I was selected as Daffodil Princess, I was given the opportunity to positively impact even more people than before. With the honor of Queen, I have further raised hope within the community by leading with kindness, creative thinking, and compassion. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
I feel what makes the Pierce County unique is all the diverse groups of people who come together to create a community. I love the different types of foods and the different types of music that you can all find here, and we're all sharing the community and love one each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Zaina.
Taking the stage is Princess Willow from Legs High School. Princess Willow looks forward to attending Tacoma Technical College, where she will be studying a radiology technology curriculum to become a radiology assistant. She has attended Lakewood City Council meetings, is CPR certified, as well as a member of the DECA Club and ASL Club. Like many of us, coffee is an important part of Willow's life, as she is not only a barista, but also a barista trainer at Starbucks. Willow feels the diversity of Pierce County complements the healthy people who reside here. She moved to Pierce County when she was 10 years old. Willow loves skateboarding with friends and petting all sorts of furry creatures. She decided to become a Daffodil Princess in the hopes of having a positive impact on her community and to advocate for homelessness and transportation issues.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Princess Willow from Lake High School. When first asked to make a speech around the theme of Rising Hope, many things came to mind, such as my own self-progression, the people around me, and of course, current events. But the one thing that stuck out the most when thinking about this theme was the audience in front of me today. Each one of us provides so many different inspirations of hope. Each one of us having our own traditions, values, and morals that give us the inspiration and the power to be hopeful for ourselves. There are so many things that are going on in our current world that stress us out, such as the COVID-19, current events with Ukraine and Russia, and many other things like that. But of course, with hope, we can power through it. With the family around us, loving us, can give us hope to power through that. And I'm sure many military families are in this audience understand that struggle. But again, with just being here together, with our own traditional morals and value and love, can help us through this. There are so many different things that many of us don't even realize we take for advantage until it's gone. And again, with hope, just being here for each other is one of those beautiful things we can never take for granted, and it never goes away. We realized this after COVID-19 pandemic, and here we are today to bounce back from it. And it's such a beautiful, refreshing feeling that it never dies. It's always within us. Thank you everyone for your time here today, and have a wonderful evening.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something I feel is unique about Pierce County is the many different cultures and traditions surrounding this place. We have so many different festivals. We have so many different events, such as the Scottish Ball that the Daffodils also got to attend. And there's so many traditions, such as the Daffodil Festival itself. Just the culture and so many other things like that.
Thank you, Princess Willow.
Our next princess is from White River High School, Princess Julia. Having joined the student body in her freshman year, Princess Julia is a varsity cheerleader and a member of Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. She also has earned the Columbus International Student of the Month Award, is a Young Life student representative, and has over 1,000 hours of community service. Julia enjoys working closely with an animal rescue nonprofit organization called Casa Dog, where she has rescued over 500 dogs. After graduation, Julia plans to attend Grand Canyon University to study elementary education. Having grown up in a military family, Julia is happy to now call Pierce County her home. Julia's desire to always be inclusive is a wonderful characteristic of White River High School's Daffodil Princess.
Jackson Brown Jr. once said, "Let perseverance be your engine, and let hope be your fuel." As a social 17-year-old, going through my final years of high school during COVID-19 was nothing short of a struggle. When I found out we were taking just a 2-week break from school, I was in Florida competing at a world cheer competition. And at first, I was excited, but soon my excitement turned to sadness, and I dreaded to wake up to log on to Zoom every morning. Going from a kid who couldn't wait to go to school every day to a kid who didn't want anything to do with school was really hard for my family and I to go through. Going into my junior year, I knew that I wanted to make the best out of doing online school. So I got up and I got ready for school every day, and I turned on my cameras so that my teachers could see that I cared. In hindsight, these experiences have taught me to be hopeful and to live life to the fullest, leading me into my senior year where I plan to take advantage of every opportunity.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something that I think is unique about Pierce County is the Daffodil Festival. It gives 23 young women an opportunity to serve Pierce County and their communities, and it is just something that is so amazing to me. And I know that there's no other county that has something as special as the Daffodil Festival. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Joanne. Our next princess is Princess Lily from Clover Park High School. Lily is a full-time Running Star student at Pierce College. She's hoping to transfer to the United States Air Forces Academy and pursue a degree in political science. As she has a fascination with how the world works and wants to be a part of it. Princess Lily has been active in sports, football, and soccer, and clubs, GSA, and newspaper through her high school years. And has been team captain for those sports or president for the clubs for this time. She has been most active with her high school's JROTC unit and leads as a candidate first captain. One of her goals after she graduates is to join the Air Force, whether it is commissioning or enlisting, and eventually getting into a 3-letter agency. Lily has earned a varsity letter in academics, and she has been a high honor roll all 4 years, and has well over 250 hours of community service. Her favorite part of Pierce County is the diversity of culture and the opportunities to make change.
In a world like today, we often take for granted the simplicity of falling asleep in our own beds. During real world events that we are witnessing together, it makes it often hard to hold our hope. With our own stresses, struggles, and worries. However, that is just us being human. And as they say, hope is a dream for those who wake, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is not about myself, but about 23 girls and how we will rise. With hope, we will thrive. With hope, we will overcome. And with hope, we will create a new normal. Religion, art, personal growth, and community has allowed us all to create a new confidence and motivation to do better and become better human beings within our own communities. We've all had our fair share of falls, yet here we are, standing together with our hearts of a servant. We are here to bring you joy and promise within all of our communities that makes up Pierce County. So before you go to bed tonight, I ask you all, what brings you hope?
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
I have lived all over the United States in all types of counties. But Pierce County is probably one of the most diverse counties I have lived in the community and the uniqueness that brings everybody together. Sacramento County is the county that I previously lived in. It is considered to be the most diverse. But I genuinely think that we need to take a look at Pierce County. The way that Daffodil Festival brings 23 different schools together and makes us one, that's the most unique part to me. And the fact that we can all come together and have the same hopes and dreams to build is just insane to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Lily.
Here comes Princess Bianca from Mount Tacoma High School. Princess Bianca is a Running Start student at Pierce Pierce College, majoring in biology. She is the treasurer of ASB, secretary of HOSA, and a member of Key Club. Volleyball is her favorite sport, where she has earned a varsity letter. When not in school, Thea works as a medical receptionist at an urgent care facility. In the fall, Thea plans to attend a four-year university to study biological science. When she is not studying or working, Thea enjoys playing with her dog, spending time with her family, and crocheting. Her favorite characteristic of Pierce County is the representation of people from many different backgrounds and cultures. She was born in Vietnam and came to the United States when she was 7. Her desire to become a daffodil princess was sparked by the idea that all girls really can become princesses, no matter their appearance or where they come from.
Hope can rise when the community supports each other. I have been fortunate enough to work at an urgent care in an area with a history filled with diversity and community. And that has taught me that it's important to help people even in the simplest ways possible. One of which is by translating for patients who don't speak much English at all. They often come to get care by themselves, and many even struggle to find reliable transportation. Oftentimes, these patients are elderly and they're immigrants from a different country. Being an immigrant myself, I can understand the hardships and the disappointing that they go through. To be living in a foreign world all by themselves, feeling hopeless and alone with no one there to help them. To understand and to be able to provide hope and support for them is truly amazing. I see them with a smile on their face and that eyes light up every time. Seeing this brings me so much hope, and I hope to spread to other people as well. Working there has given me the experience that I will always remember. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Pierce County is unique in many different ways, one of which is the different people from different backgrounds and cultures. Pierce County is filled with many different people, and I am one of them. We are such a welcoming county that includes everybody and gives everybody equal opportunities. Thank you.
Now we have Princess Andrea from Silas High School. Princess Andrea advocates literary and visual art that empowers youth as part of the Disclaimer Magazine's editor board and Bright 253, a literary art organization that testifies to the capacity of young creatives in Tacoma. She shares a love for performing arts as well, having played leading and supporting roles in school musicals, Scintillation Show Choir, Club Tacoma Little Theater Productions, and Stop Poverty Foundation's Love and Peace Corps fundraiser. She interns for the Patient-Centered Outcomes Research Institute and Multi-Care on the Adolescent and Young Adult Oncology Council. In order to facilitate support, informed healthcare decisions, and vital research between patients and professional stakeholders among institutes such as UC Davis, Cleveland Clinic, University of Texas, Indiana University, and Penn State University. Andrea is both team captain of the varsity cross-country team and co-captain of JROTC's strengths team. She also has the privilege of serving as vice president and team captain to Knowledge Bowl, which specializes in bolstering diverse academic pursuance, and exciting competition. In her free time, she volunteers in cleaning up local parks and singing in the church choir. Her involvement within Silas High School and Tacoma Community College makes her a esteemed member of both the National Society of High School Scholars as well as the Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society. As a Running Start student, she is working towards attaining her associate's degree with a specialization in political science and the sustainability distinction, so she can meaningfully give back to the community that has raised and motivated her to values of social awareness and responsibility.
It is an honor to be here tonight and represent Silas High School as a long-standing resident of the City of Destiny, a city characterized by the thousands of immigrants who boarded the Northern Pacific Rail Line in an abiding faith and hope of what could be. It is a community cultivated and sustained by the idea that diversity contributes to a richer culture, and that every person, regardless of age, gender, or color, plays a role in pioneering positive change. As I stand here today, I am reminded of the privilege and sacrifice that urged my upbringing, and that hope is alive in the perseverance of everyday people who have paved the road towards a brighter future. Through the Daffodil Festival, I have seen how the traditions and legacies of Pierce County have been shaped by the beautiful mosaic of cultures. While every Daffodil Princess is unique in their own way, we are all bonded by a common virtue, a heart for service. Whether this means volunteering at the Emergency Food Network, advocating for mental health awareness through Alex's Promise, or reading to young kids in elementary schools, each and every princess generates an indelible impact to the narrative of our community. We believe that a simple spark in a young girl's eyes may be just enough to kindle the enduring fire of the phoenix that brings our generation ever closer to fulfilling its ideals of hope. Hope is in our collective capacity to create and redefine our destiny. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Pierce County is made up of so many diverse communities. Communities that show that by recreating human connection, we can illuminate the virtue of hope. In my own city, Tacoma, I've learned about the City of Destiny and this idea that the transcontinental Pacific Rail Line brought so many immigrants to the downtown Union Station, and that since our diversity is our strength, and that no matter how different we are all bonded by the idea that we want to create a better future, and we want to create a home. Pierce County is unique because of the people who continually aspire to break boundaries and rediscover that inner strength, to uplift their fellow community members and prove that hope can rise. I think we owe a debt to all of our predecessors and all of the people who have created this cultural heritage that we have the honor of celebrating today. I am so proud to be a resident of Pierce County, and furthermore, represent as a Pierce County ambassador. Thank you so much.
challenges herself even further by attending Tacoma Community College as a Running Stars student. Following graduation, she looks forward to earning a master's degree in speech pathology and audiology at a 4-year university. With this knowledge and her happy disposition, she plans to aid children on the autism spectrum. Clara also enjoys a myriad of activities to include wrestling and playing water polo. She's also a varsity swimmer and also plays the violin in Curtis High School Philharmonic Orchestra. Serving as a page at our state capitol in 2020 is one of her fondest memories. With such busy days, Clara still finds time to run with friends and snuggle her French bulldog collar. She enthusiastically looks forward to the opportunity of being an official ambassador for Pierce County.
This is unlike any speech you have ever heard, because this affects you as hope defines you. Hope is a light, and its brightness is best defined in the darkest of rooms. Our world now is that dark room, clouded by fear from weighted issues that many cannot hold on their own. However, despite the daunting appearance of hopelessness, it is easily defeated by the catalyst of change: belief. I've seen belief define my life, a mindset shift that broke the bonds of unattainable perfectionism. And belief is the Daffodil Festival. While I myself cannot solve every problem here in Pierce County, belief is in the 23 humble ambassadors that I call my sisters. By putting others first through service, we create a collage of diversity, assimilating a spider web, with each individual strand constituting to the strength that both defines and supports our community. I, Princess Clara, am here to bring the mindset of belief, reminding you that hope is whatever you envision your future to be. You can rise. And together, we can create a tomorrow that, like a daffodil, is brighter than today. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Pierce County is unique for one reason alone: the people. I often am so inspired by all of the incredible people that I have come in contact with throughout my high school experience and in the court alone. People are very individualized, and their layers of complexity absolutely blow my mind away. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, as I am able to make different connections with the uniqueness of Pierce County, offering new perspectives constantly. I am so thankful for the uniqueness that Pierce County has given to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Clara.
Next up, Princess Sydney from Spanaway Lake High School. Princess Sydney is planning on going to the University of Hilo in Hawaii to carry out her passion for ocean science by majoring in oceanography or marine biology. She believes that helping the ocean is a concrete step to helping the entire world. She has always had a passion for science and was in the top 10 of her physics class. She has had many volunteer opportunities by being a part of the Girl Scouts of America, by feeding the homeless and donating money to animal shelters. She enjoys shark diving and taking classes at Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium, learning about each species of fish there. Throughout her years in high school, she has participated in drama club and choir, and in her free time, she enjoys listening to music and visiting the waterfront in Point Defiance Rose Garden. Cindy loves having the wonderful opportunity of being a daffodil princess.
My favorite quote is, "If it has a pulse, it has a purpose." A few years ago, I was failing, not barely passing high school. I've struggled with ADHD and OCD all my life, and at my rate, I wasn't sure if I was going to graduate at all. However, I rose hope for myself by finding my passion for the ocean, joining every activity I could, and being with my community. I sat down and asked myself what I can do to help the entire world while still exploring all life has to offer. And I realized the best way I can do that is to become an oceanographer and help the world keep living and see how beautiful our oceans are. The Pacific Northwest relies on ocean a great deal, so I want to go to college to help raise hope for the world so we can change the world one person at a time and to continue to surround ourselves with wonderful people. I have had the amazing opportunity to go to every single princess practice and meet 22 amazing young ladies who want to make the same difference. I want to help the world, and I want to help people like me, because if it has a pulse, it always has a purpose. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
What I feel is unique about Pierce County is the leadership roles our young women and men play. We have so many different cultures and opportunities here, and even the restaurants and parades are so different and diverse. It's truly like no other place I've ever seen. I think that being a leader means having empathy, and every single person that I have met in Daffodil has been that type of leader. I feel like the Daffodil Festival makes it unique, and so does every other culture that surrounds it. And I am more than happy to be a part of it.
Thank you, Princess Cindy.
Next up, we have Princess Nakia Renee, proudly representing Washington High School. Following her graduation, Princess Nakia Renee plans to study political science or enter a pre-med program to become an obstetrician. Currently, her leadership skills are evident as she serves with the ASB as vice president, the Key Club as secretary, and as Washington High School band's drum major. Nakia Renee also is treasurer of the Black Student Union. Her ethnic background includes both Guam and the Philippines, as well as Arizona, which means she is a Filipino Chamorro native and African American. What Nakia Renee admires most about Pierce County is its feeling of community. She hopes to share this feeling with children from many different cultural origins during her reign. She believes leaders have greater impact through the changes they inspire than their full title.
There's a saying for the meaning of hope that goes, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Meaning, if you keep going, you can find a way out of that darkness and find the light in your life. But what if there is no light? What if there is no end and all you're doing is giving yourself false hope? About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with a disease that not only affected me physically, but mentally as well. At a time where so many people were already isolated due to the pandemic, I, for some reason, felt the most alone. Told by the people around me to be hopeful for my health, but how could I when all I saw was the world showing so much hatred to one another? As a woman of color, hope is conflicting for me. In this world, when you look like me, you have to prepare for what it feels like having the whole world against you, and you automatically have to work harder to reach your goals. So immediately, one step back can be extremely discouraging. Although conflicted, I began to see the millions of people work together to fight for change and justice, for Black Lives Matter, and so much more. The people that became the voice for the voiceless, and the people that led with the intention to change something for the better. These past couple of years have been crazy, but I learned so much about the importance of love because of it. There's a line from a song that goes, Mitatari tonu mapa, ite ayo te aroha, meaning, we must first analyze the piece of our love. Hope Rising is more than just an action. It's the connections you make, the people you fight for, and the vulnerability you show. I learned that we would lead with love and kindness. The outcome is so much greater than if we lead with hate and regret, creating a community with hope to rise and be better. Thank you. feel is unique about Pierce County is diversity. I notice it especially a lot in my school. I see a lot of different cultural clubs and just people that I can resonate with a lot as far as different cultures and anything of that sort. And I just see that a lot in this community.
Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Renee.
From Eatonville High School, here comes Princess Alex. Princess Alex is the varsity swimmer and lettered in the sport for 3 of the past 4 years. When not swimming competitively, Alex enjoys coaching children from a community swim program. She has been a volunteer with the Girl Scouts of America for the last 5 years. Alex excels in academics and is a member of the National Honor Society. She looks forward to attending Central Washington University in the fall, where her goal is to earn a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Alexis greatly admires the number of people in the Pierce County who work together to help others in need. Regardless of their background or beliefs, she enjoys learning and building new relationships through humor. And I apologize, Alexis.
Hope rises as water falls and tears dry. Hope rises in the wounded soldier and the war hero. Hope rises in the single parent and the parentless child. All throughout cultures and communities, courage is present. As it rises in our spirits, it conquers our doubts. From my experience, I have given hope back to my community by teaching the youth of Eatonville how to swim. Hope is in every heart, mind, and soul. And as Hunter S. Thompson once said, hope rises and dreams flicker and die. Love fights for tomorrow, and loneliness thinks of yesterday. Life is beautiful, and living is pain. And this quote reminds me to be proud of who I am, and that the past doesn't define you, but the actions you take show the real you and how one can hope for tomorrow. Thank you.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something I feel that is unique about Pierce County is all the people that come together and help each other out, no matter what it is, and that we all use our strengths and abilities to help everyone who may be struggling or just needs a little bit of help with all that they do. Thank you.
Thank you, Princess Alexis.
Up next, Princess Faith from Chief Lush High School. Princess Faith attends Chief Lush High Schools, where she once broke her hand playing dodgeball. She currently is the president of Sports Medicine Club and a member of the ASB. Faith attended Great Camp, which is a summer camp for the Puyallup tribe. Soon thereafter, she was armed with the necessary skills to become a camp counselor. Throughout her 4 years of high school, Faith has lettered in cross country, basketball, and track. In the fall, Faith plans to attend the University of Oregon to become a forensic scientist. While there, she looks forward to turning out for her favorite sport, track. Having been born in Shiprock, New Mexico, Faith represents the Navajo tribe. She is Native American and Black. Diversity is a characteristic of Pierce County, which Faith finds very special.
Good evening. Hope rises is seeing a familiar face and smile, like reaching and achieving a goal beyond what I could imagine. With hope and faith for the future, I see endless possibilities. As the next generation, we are the future. Hope rises with you and me. Hope rises after I sit up from my sleep, and the opening of my lids. There are so many things in life that one hopes for as they make their way from day to day. Hope isn't always present, nor is it constant. It is the afterthought of fear and doubt. It ebbs and flows with each breath we take, always with hope for another day to grace others with our presence. To love, live, and care for others, forever tied to them with streams of hope for those around us making up our community. We should be opening others' eyes by giving hope to the hopeless, by loving one another. We have the potential to ensure others a life of hope, which is God given to each of us. Hope will rise. May God bless you all.
What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County? Something unique. What is something you feel is unique about Pierce County?
Something unique I feel about Pierce County is the togetherness, the uniqueness of family. It's just a knit type. It's close knit family. Thank you. That's unique. The togetherness and family. Thank you.
And finally, our final speech of the night comes courtesy of Princess Amber from Ording High School. As a senior, Princess Amber has been selected to serve on the ASB's Executive Board. Her leadership skills were a prime factor in her selection to the Ording School Board as a senior class representative. Agility, being Amber's strong suit, has served her well as a cheerleader the past 4 years and earned her the Co-Captain's Award. She also is a 4-year member of the track team, where she has earned the Captain's Award. Her academic achievement have enabled her to become a member of the National Honor Society. Following graduation, Amber looks forward to attending Central Washington University, where she will major in elementary education, and is looking forward to becoming a primary school principal. Amber has volunteered for the American Cancer Society through Relay for Life and supported the Ording Food Bank. She believes the best part of Pierce County is her hometown of Ording, where the residents are close-knit and the people are made to feel welcome.
Ever since I can remember, I've been the happy kid. I didn't have trouble expressing myself or finding ways to keep busy. Except, in the middle of my sophomore year of high school, my life changed. COVID-19 flipped the world upside down in front of our eyes. Life as we knew it had changed drastically. While some thrived during this time, some did not. I myself struggled a lot with my mental and my physical health. I didn't want to do the things that I normally would, and that left me isolated. To cope, I began to abuse food and overeat. It was a really tough time for me. But how did I get to the place I'm in now? Well, I began praying. I found the power of God. I also spoke to my mom and my sister to get support. My months of praying and long conversations with my family healed me. I have realized through these tough times that we are stronger than anything that tries to hurt us. It's almost like we were pushed into a mold of our future selves, and I'm genuinely happy with the result. In all honesty, I wouldn't change a thing. It's who we are now. It's who I am now. I am once again that happy, bubbly person that's fun to be around, just a stronger version. I'm ready to share what I've learned and spread hope to my community. Thank you.
I feel like our county is very special in its population. We have just such a diverse group of people and a lot of different opinions and views, and I feel very lucky to be a part of it. Thank you.
I want to adopt all of them.
Okay, everyone, that's it. The hard part is over. You get to sit back and relax. And we're going to give just a few words to the wonderful people, friends, sponsors, and supporters that made tonight's event possible.
First of all, we'd like to acknowledge the incredible work of one Mr. Kerry Yansack. The magical man tinkling the keys on stage here tonight through this event has been with us for a very, 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 very long time. So, Carrie, is it 25 or 26 years you've been here? He's not gonna know.
Carrie Yansack is currently the Executive Director for the Puyallup Main Street Association and plays the piano part-time in Bellevue Square, his church, private events, and yes, has played for the Daffodil Queen's coronation for over 25 years. Born and raised in Boarding, Carrie has lived in his Puyallup home for close to 40 years. His 3 kids and grandkids all live in Puyallup too.
Wow. Wow, Carrie, you are a mainstay of the annual Queen's coronation, and we're always impressed by your incredible talent. Thank you so much for being a much-loved part of all the evening's proceedings. You really lent a special something to this coronation.
We'd also like to thank some of the official sponsors of the Daffodil Festival, including the Old Cannery in Sumner, the Washington State Fair in Puyallup, as well as 2 of our Queen's coronation sponsors, notable festival alumni and daffodilian Marissa Modestowitz, Say Yes to the Address of Mosaic Real Estate, and Douglas Knight Orthodontics of Tacoma.
We'd like to especially thank one of our primary sponsors, the Puyallup Tribe. Really, go ahead. You really make so much of what the Daffodil Festival is able to do possible. We are so proud and thankful to have you as key figures in the continued success of not only our Royal program, but also our community presence and the Daffodil Festival Grand Floral Parade.
I'm going to keep talking about how great the Puyallup Tribe is. They are instrumental in key elements of the Grand Floral Parade, including our fabulous traveling float and our Queen's Float, which will be escorting our 23 distinguished princesses down the street from Tacoma, Puyallup, Sumner, and Boarding this coming April 9th. And feel free to check out the Daffodil Festival website for more news on this. But we also have several other sponsors who deserve a little recognition for their part in keeping our floats up and running. Thank you also to Gary of Rose City Float Designs, who is hard at work building up those floats in preparation for Parade Day, as well as Knutson Farms in Sumner, the most wonderful daffodil growers we know.
Finally, you may have happened to notice the gorgeous gowns and glittering tiaras adoring each of our lovely daffodil princesses here tonight. Aren't they stunning? Well, we would be remiss if ambassadors if we didn't also highlight our friends and family throughout Pierce County, donors like you who helped to make this year's Sponsor a Princess campaign a resounding success. Together, you were able to raise the funds necessary to equip all 23 princesses with all of the tools they needed to continue spreading sunshine throughout Pierce County and the rest of Pacific Northwest for the duration of the 2022 reign. We are also thankful for your continued support, financial and otherwise, and I hope that tonight you've really seen what kind of effects your affirmation and encouragement have had.
Well, that's an awful lot of talking and thinking for now. The judges have all done their part, and now it's up to some very careful math to come to a decision, which means this is a great time for a short break. Everyone, stay close, because after a 10-minute intermission, we're going to meet all of you right back in your seats for the official award of our Miss Congeniality title and scholarship, as well as the announcement of our 2022 Royal Court Queen, and a few more thank yous to our very valuable sponsors. It's going to be great, I promise. We'll see you back soon.
For now,
From you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm impatiently waiting for the McCrown lecture.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
That would be a sight.
Not like see those. Okay, so you can just here. Did you get a program? See your picture once a week is on your website.
What am I doing?
I do while people are walking past. I don't want nobody getting on.
I hear you all coming down from Star Heights.
How are you doing?
I'm excited.
You know that's really.
Here's the school building in the third floor. I have 13 folks. I'm a little.
And I've been working on ours at Paradigm.
Very nice to meet you. Plus, I run my business. I'm running basically two.
No. You know what?
I'm sorry every year,
Oh, we're blocking traffic.
Excuse us, thank you.
Great.
Excuse us.
Stretching your legs.
I know. Thank you. Good to see you.
Coming back?
Oh yeah.
Soundproof booth. Yeah.
Paula? you doing?
Feels good to stand.
Yes.
But boy, the in-between part. Once I'm up, I'm okay.
I know, right? It's like, oh. That was quick.
Yeah, it actually went smoother. I'm glad we did what we did yesterday, because at least we were kind of familiar with the format they use.
Yes.
Because I was sort of like, oh my gosh, I don't know how this part is going to work, but it was actually pretty smooth.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot easier.
Well, we probably will be out of here within the hour. So.
Yeah, they're going really fast.
Yeah, they are.
I thought this was going to be a lot longer. Huh? Okay. What do you need? What do they have?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Then go look.
There's no lines.
I have a starving 12-year-old currently right now. She's just like, she brought snacks with her, and halfway through the program, she's like, I don't think I brought enough, Grandma. I'm still hungry.
And you're so thin. Enjoy it while you're thin.
I know, right?
I used to be thin. Well, I get it. If you actually go back out to the this main street of Orchard and you make a what is this is you make a right at the first stoplight. If you make another right, you'll see places to eat at, and you can get to Highway 16 from there.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, because there's an exit that will take you off to 16. But there are some places that you can eat, and you've got some variety.
Okay.
Some chicken and burgers and Chinese. Although it's okay, Chinese. I'm kind of picky about my Asian food. We have such good Asian food here that some of the mass-produced stuff is like
it's like okay. Is like one of your favorite? My husband's Asian and Hawaiian.
Oh,
I'm very picky about both of those things.
Yeah. Well, I just feel very blessed because I've been here since I got here when I joined the military.
Oh, okay.
So I was out at McCord, and I've had the opportunity to have a lot of food, and I spent most of my state career in Olympia.
Oh, wow.
But the food compared to here, there is no comparison to me. The food is so good here, and we have so many options.
Hi, I just want to let you guys know we're near the live stream, and so it's, I think people on the other end are picking up the conversation.
Oh,
so
no, we're talking about. We're talking about how there's so many places to eat. I just got out of starving.
Some really good Asian food better than many places I've been to. And once you get into other places,
Well, they just got they basically got a dinner room.
Okay, I don't know what you were talking about. I don't think you were talking about.
No, we weren't talking about anybody. It was the issue of coming down to the last and like I said, we're starving.
I know. It's a 50-50. I'm like,
I know, I'm used to it.
your family come by. I mean, I guess it's been 2017, right? Yeah.
Get it right, John.
2017. Yeah, we I can see Judy.
Yeah.
Judy and I were both like, Maren, she's not a horse.
Yeah, I know.
I'm totally used to it.
I know, but still. Yeah, I was there. Like, really happy. So, that's congratulations. It was a good day. Oh, yes, that's right around the corner. Will it be locally here? Or? And where are you living? Where are you living? Okay, so a couple hours away on a good day? Where? Slightly different speed up there,
Yeah, a
right?
little bit. Yeah.
But oh my gosh, you get to go into
Oh, sorry.
okay, yeah, do you think?
Brooklyn. Right. If anyone's around here, it's also to hear our conversation.
Is this wrong?
Yeah.
I saw the thing. I didn't see it. Okay. Daffodil Rocks. Apparently, they could hear me. It's like, that thing hasn't moved. Right.
So how sure works is dinner.
Okay, you get two. You're grown. You're grown now. You get two. Okay, go Is that what that line was for? I didn't know what
You're still in the building. That's a nice feeling.
What time are
Daffodil is awesome.
If we all could come back to our seats, we'd like to get started again.
So we at least tell me how it tastes. We at least tell me how it tastes, and now I'm curious to know. Y'all mind? That was for you. I'm like she's getting bored down there. Let's have some fun. Okay, so Frank, is it like soft? Is it like the soft biscuit? Because it's soft, but then it's hard. I prefer the hard, not the soft. Yeah, so is it soft with you, or is it kind of medium to hard? But do you know the difference that I'm talking about? Like that biscuit, what do they call it? Biscuit, but shortbread. So the sharp, right? You bite and crumbles. You know, I like it a little fun, right? And that's soft. I don't know. Maybe if I can take a taste, I will.
Well, she's not going to give you
No,
a piece.
no, I like that.
Rejuvenated, everyone got that potty break that we realized we needed around Princess 12. So glad you're back, because the most exciting part of the evening is almost upon us.
The judges have been hard at work over the past week or so, getting ready for the big event. And tonight, all of their hard work will pay off in the selection of this year's queen. In the past few years, they met, few days, they met the princesses at an informal, a get-together to know them each for this event. Then headed into 23 rounds of 10 minutes panel-style interviews where they asked hard-hitting questions about their volunteering experience, their future aspirations, and their relationship with the wonderful places they call home, Pierce County. Tonight, they've been scoring princesses on not only the content of their speeches and impromptu questions, but also how they command the stage.
With 23 high-caliber princesses representing such a wide variety of interests and experiences, it's a tough gig to be a judge. But for all of that work they've been doing behind the scenes, we know very little about them so far.
Let's fix that.
I think that's a great idea. Our first judge is Joe Gong. Joe's passion for community service took root in high school while volunteering for the Special Olympics, where he learned firsthand his civic responsibility. He moved to Seattle in 2001
get to see that.
full-time uncle Joe with his niece and nephew, and considers Seattle home. He has the rain gear, Seafair t-shirt, and Bobby Wagner jersey to prove it. Joe joined the Seattle Seafair
figure out what to do with the B-Rag jersey
2006,
now.
became its first Asian commandant in 2011, and remains an active board member and officer. Since 2007, he served on the King County Advisory Board of the Salvation Army and numerous committees. Combined with his other community projects and passions, he proudly volunteers throughout the Pacific Northwest. After 13 years in banking, finance, and asset management, he joined Caliber Home Loans in 2020, where he excels at helping clients buy their new homes or refinance their current ones. In his spare time, Joe enjoys quoting movie lines, clamming on Whidbey Island, searching for the world's best dim sum restaurants, and digging his car out of the occasional Seattle snowpocalypse.
You've learned Joe has a big personality too.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's different.
Our second judge, Paula Lonergan. Sorry, Paula. Paula was born in Baltimore, Maryland. After graduating high school, she joined the military and was stationed at McCord Air Force Base. After separating from service, she completed her associate's degree at Highline Community College and obtained a bachelor's degree at the University of Puget Sound. Paula began a career in public service after completing her undergraduate degree in public administration and retired from the state service in 2015. Throughout her career and afterwards, Paula has been active in many civic capacities, to include church youth programs, serving at the Rescue Mission, and the Community Offender Transitions programs. Paula has also elected as a precinct committee officer and has served as a district as well as a county political party official. Paula is married to Michael, who's a county assessor/treasurer. They have 2 married sons and 5 grandchildren.
Next up is Dave Radcliffe. For over 20 years, Dave has served as the CEO of the Old Cannery Furniture Warehouse. You may know him for his work with the Tacoma Yacht Club Marine Daffodil Parade, but Dave can also be credited in his contributions to Sumner Rotary, and Multicare's Quartz and Crush. He has been honored with the John Porter Memorial Award for his contributions to the Puyallup-Sumner Chamber of Commerce. Dave is a Rogers High School graduate and currently resides in Lake Taps.
And of course, there's also Carla Stindler. Carla is a current vice president of the Portland Rose Festival Foundation and chairs the Grand Flow Parade. She and her husband Gary have been involved in the Northwest Festival since 2005, as she assists them in designing parade floats. She's a 5-star wealth manager, placing her in the top 10 of financial advisors for Oregon and owns her own firm, Carla Stenberg LPL Financial.
And finally, our last judge this evening is Shauna Yellowcap Buchanan, an enrolled member of the Northern Arapaho in Wyoming. She has been producing art in various mediums since the 1990s. She is the owner-artist of 10 Buffaloes Art, and her contemporary art reflects her Plains heritage, her mother's Chippewa Metis ancestry, along with the Pacific Northwest coastal influence from the Puget Sound area of Washington, where she grew up. Shannon is registered with the Department of the Interior Source Directory for Native American Artists, and she appeared in the Indians magazine in November 2020 as one of their featured artists. The Soil Gallery in Seattle exhibited Shauna's art and carvings in November 2019, and she is also a member of the Two Waters Art Alliance in Gig Harbor, Washington.
So I met these judges yesterday, and they're amazing. They're great people. So can we please give them one more round of applause? And before we get to the second half of this event, and that everyone's really looking forward to, how about we welcome some, no, let's not do that. My notes very well. We're not going to do that.
I'm here. So we know that previous to the intermission, we spent a lot of time thanking sponsors. And I am so glad you're used to that, because we're going to thank some more sponsors.
First up, we'd like to thank some of the talented student groups that have been here throughout the evening. From the fabulous music, courtesy of the Pierce County's best youngsters, to flag presentations and escorting of the princesses done by the local ROTC groups. We'd like to give a hearty thank you to Puyallup High School, Clover Park High School, Lincoln High School, and Glacier View Middle School. We'd also like to thank Musicians Christian Fellowship in Puyallup, Washington, who hosted the interviews on yesterday. Now back to what I was going to say before. And before we get to the second half of this event, really going, how about we welcome some lovely princesses back onto the stage. People, please put your hands together for the amazing 2022 Daffodil Festival Royal Tour.
school coordinator, principal, superintendent, or faculty at one of our incredible 23 participating high schools, please stand and make some noise.
Truly, the Daffodil Festival is at its best when it serves as a platform for the great communities that comprise our own beloved Pierce County. Thank you all for being a part of this wonderful network of people and drawing together by a love of not just flowers or a big old parade, which I love a good parade, but the way we can support and encourage each other, especially our local youth.
Alright, how's this for a thank you? Not only does the Tacoma Yacht Club supply us with a whole flotilla of incredible decorated boats in the TYC Marine Parade every year, which you can catch sailing down the Theophilus Waterway in Tacoma this coming Sunday, the April 24th, print remarks chapters, April 24th. But did you know they also provide a special scholarship for the princess awarded the title of Miss Congeniality?
And one more thing, and once more, thank you so much also for Silas High School for hosting us tonight in your gorgeous auditorium. It is so wonderful to be here at one of our participating high schools and have a close connection to where our princesses selections originate. Also, a hearty thank you to Jeremy Schweitzer, who not only runs the theater here at Silas, but pretty much all things theater adjacent around Tacoma Public Schools. Thank you, Jeremy, I know you're up there, for your assistance in making this life.
Well, you know those Tacoma Yacht Club shipmates. They're just so darn congenial. Makes sense to me.
So this year, the shipmates are supplying $1,000 scholarships to the princesses selected as Miss Congeniality.
So at this time, we'd like to invite a few very important people to the stage.
And now, last year's Miss Congeniality recipient, 2021 Princess Guadalupe from Sumner High School. She's going to talk to us a little about what the past year and this title has meant for her.
It's a little hot in here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all who were able to attend in person or via the live stream tonight. I am 2021 Daffodil Princess Guadalupe from Sumner High School. This past year, I was given the honor of being selected Miss Congeniality by my fellow Daffodil sisters, and I thank them for even having considered me for this prestigious award. The Daffodil Princess who is selected for Miss Congeniality is viewed as someone who is generously kind, well-rounded, and a young lady who offers an unconditional type of love. This title could be given to any princess because the court is filled with servant leaders, good hearts, and smiling faces. However, this year's Miss Congeniality is viewed as someone who goes above and beyond what is expected in her community. Thank you again to the 2021 Daffodil Court, the Daffodil Festival, the Tacoma Yacht Club for the generous scholarship, and to everyone here in support of the 2022 Daffodil Festival.
Princess Guadalupe, who really has been a role model for not only your court, but for even more princesses to come. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything you've contributed to the festival in the past years and into the future.
So with your help, we'd like to introduce a new Miss Congeniality. Remember, folks, this title is bestowed by the choices made by the court themselves, someone who they think is especially welcoming, kind, and all of the good things chosen especially by them. So Princess Guadalupe, would you do the honors?
Okay. Without further ado, it is my honor to present the 2022 Daffodil Festival Miss Congeniality. That's strange, that's not how you spell my name. Let's give a big congratulations to our 2022 Miss Congeniality, Princess Clara. What an incredible honor. Oh my gosh, I'm on the verge of tears.
I got tissue.
What an incredible honor. I would love to thank my family, of course, but I wanted to thank the future, and I wanted to thank the girls of tomorrow. They have been the most incredible. It was really hard for me to have friends in high school, and imagine getting 22 best friends all of a sudden. And it's been the most incredible experience. I'm not at a loss for words, but thank you, and thank you, Yacht Club. It means a lot.
Thank you, princesses, and thank you, Tacoma Yacht Club. Your friendship with the Daffodil Festival is a time-honored one, and we are so thankful to have your support each year. We'll be seeing you guys out on the water very soon.
Of course, the Tacoma Yacht Club aren't the only ones who help make sure these ambitious, talented high school seniors head off to college on the right foot. In fact, the Daffodil Festival Scholarship Foundation provides not just one, but 23 scholarships, one for every single member of the Royal Court. Their continued generosity ensures that the work these incredible young women put into serving as leaders of the community does not go unrewarded.
This year, for the Royal Court of 2022, the Daffodil Festival Scholarship Foundation is making sure that each princess recipients here tonight will have $1,000 scholarship available for them, and they embark on their first year of college this fall. At this point, we will also like to introduce the president of the Scholarship Foundation, Melody Stumbach, to say a few words about the wonderful partnership.
Well, good evening. I'm Melody Stumbach, president of the Daffodil Scholarship Foundation. To share a few words about the Scholarship Foundation, we were formed back in 1976. We're a separate 501c3 organization from the Daffodil Festival. Our foundation works throughout the year to raise funds to support scholarships for exemplary students here in Pierce County. In the past 15 years alone, we've given out more than $750,000 to members of the Daffodil Royal Court. We have a dedicated board of directors comprised of community members, past Daffodil royalty, Daffodilians, Daffodil presidents, and if they don't mind, I would like them, if they're here today, to stand and be recognized. As a board, we are so proud to be able to provide scholarships for the 2022 princesses. And there's actually a correction. We are awarding each princess this year $2,000. So ladies, this can be used for books and tuition at any university, college, or technical school of your choice. And we're so very proud of each of you and glad to contribute to your post-secondary plans. I want to say that we're able to provide this additional support because of our generous and dedicated donors. We receive memorials, grants, and donations from local businesses, as well as many individuals, including past royalty, chaperones, daffodilians, and community members. Now, as we re-engage in social settings coming out of the pandemic, we are looking forward to starting up our annual fundraisers again, including our annual car show later this summer. For more information on the car show, I invite you to look at our website. You can also make a tax-deductible donation at www.daffodilscholarship.org. As we've seen tonight, these young women are dynamic, and as a board, we truly look forward to supporting you. I know as a past Daffodil Queen myself how important the scholarship was to me pursuing my dreams, and I know each of you will use the scholarship funds to make an impact not only in Pierce County, but I believe in our state and our country and our world as well. I want to conclude by thanking the Daffodil Festival and the contribution of so many who have helped keep the daffodil tradition alive despite the challenging few years we've had. We are glad to be here tonight to celebrate the Royal Court, but also to celebrate our rich daffodil history. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. The friendship and collaboration we have with the foundation is something that we truly cherish, and we cannot wait for the Queen's Luncheon.
And of course, there's one more generous group that deserves the spotlight here tonight. The ones who supply the scholarship for our Queen, the Washington State Fair Foundation. Thanks to the fair, we will be able to award our lucky new monarch with a $5,000 scholarship. In addition to the $2,000 received from the Daffodil Scholarship Foundation. That's a total of $7,000 towards college, in appreciation for all of the work our Queen will be putting into the coming festival season and in celebration of all of her achievements. Thank you, Washington State Fair Foundation.
All right, there's one more order of business that we have to do here, folks, because before we can crown our new queen, we really want one last chance to say goodbye to our outgoing monarch. Please welcome back to the stage the beautiful Puyallup High School 2021 Daffodil Festival Queen, Katie Rose.
These gloves are gorgeous, but maybe not efficient for trimming pages. Hello, and thank you. I never thought I'd look out into a crowd of yellow dresses and tiaras and think, oh, I'm home, but here we are. And goodness, I really do feel at home again, because ladies, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, once you join this sisterhood, there's no going back. You will never see a daffodil the same way again. My last event as Daffodil Queen was the Rodeo Parade, and for those of you who don't know, the Rodeo Parade is a wonderful Puyallup tradition that includes livestock rushing down Meridian alongside our local cowboys, cowgirls, and community leaders. For many of us, it is an homage to autumn and a nod to our rural roots. Myself and Princess Cara were riding in a beautiful horse-drawn carriage garnished by golden daffodils in the rodeo parade. And it felt like a tour of the last 6 years of my life. As we rode through downtown Puyallup, I passed the fairgrounds, my alma mater's Calais Junior High, and of course, Puyallup High School, and the faces of old friends. We use the word community a lot these days, especially since the pandemic started. To me, a community is a people we can turn to without fear of ostracism or condemnation, connected through our commonalities, who are there to support us and grow with us. Communities are the byproduct of humanity, kindness, and our need for connection. Pierce County is a community full of communities, and I can truly say with all of my heart that I am honored to be a part of so many of them, including the honored Daffodil Festival. When I first joined the festival as a princess, I learned very quickly that being a part of the court is not just about volunteering or wearing a tiara. It's about love, and it's about support. My court did not have a traditional year by any means, and we got to put a little more sparkle on by wearing masks throughout our year. Our parade was stationary, but more personal, I like to think. It was beautiful and sunny nonetheless, and oh my goodness, if you could have seen the tan lines we had on the sides of our faces, it was ridiculous, but you guys remember. We read to kids in our community, but from the comforts of home and in front of a computer screen. We dined with young princes and princesses at the Princess Tea. And throughout it all, I had the honor of experiencing the true extent to which the Daffodil Festival can spark a sense of hope and community. Even during such a dark time, we created hope. Myself and my fellow princesses didn't just serve the community, but got to grow ourselves. Under the tutelage of the alumnus and the Daffodilians, us young women were empowered to become the best versions of ourselves. We became coworkers, friends, supporters, and through our very unique experience and unconditional love for each other, we became a sisterhood and a community whose job was to uplift each other and catch one another as we fell. It takes a massive amount of courage to be on stage and present as your authentic self in order to serve others, and we were taught it is not done alone. Princesses of the 2022 court, my dears, oh my gosh, aren't you intelligent? All of you. I am so proud of you tonight and of all you've accomplished together. Wow, this court. Good luck. But please remember that being a part of this program, whether you are a princess, Miss Congeniality, or queen, it all comes back to the same thing, uplifting your community. Appreciate the time you have with each other, and always remember the big five. Hope, kindness, and respect to all regardless of beliefs, class, race, gender, or orientation is how we will grow as a community and subsequently a world. Kindness is enough to change this world. When I was little, my family took a trip to Disneyland, and I have a very vivid memory of Ariel, my favorite princess, atop the float, looking me right in the eye and blowing me a kiss. I felt like the most important kid in the world at that moment. Now, as I took part in local parades, I made a genuine effort to blow kisses to every little kid I made eye contact with. Maybe one of those girls is going to grow up and tell the Daffodilians that the moment she knew I wanted to be a Daffodil princess was when that pandemic queen blew me a kiss from over her mask at the rodeo parade. And maybe that won't happen. Maybe I just made her smile. But that's enough too. Hope can be enough. Last fall, I left home to attend the University of York in England. I'd be lying if I said this was always easy for me. It's hard knowing your parents aren't downstairs, let alone 24 hours of planes, trains, and automobiles away. Not to mention, I had no idea what temperature it was for like the first 6 months. I mean, 10 degrees, is it cold, is it hot? I still don't know. But this past term, I've been particularly homesick. But this peculiar thing happened around the end of February. The ice melted and daffodils began to bloom. I always imagined daffodils as something that only grew at home, but they were everywhere in England. I saw them sprout along the path to my classes. They bloomed outside my accommodation, and they thrived on the banks of my favorite pond on campus. Inexplicably, I was home again. Ladies, I told you earlier that you will never see a daffodil the same way again. You won't. It's no longer a flower or a symbol of the festival you were a part of in high school. A daffodil becomes the warmth you felt in your community. A daffodil becomes the smile that you saw on that little kid's face when you read to them. A daffodil becomes home. A daffodil becomes hope. Like a phoenix born of the ash, the ground will thaw, and the daffodils will rise again. I may have woken up one morning missing Pierce County, but then I would walk to class, and I got to see the daffodils. I felt hope bloom again. I want to thank my own Puyallup Court and our fearless leader, Lisa, for showing me how to be a confident young woman. My dear friend Simone Stapley for telling me I had the heart of a princess, and for being my rock every day since. The 2021 Daffodil Court for believing in me as a princess, and believing in me as a queen, and hold on to your horses, you guys are going to list all 23 of us. Thank you so much, Bryn, Haley, Rosalind, Kelsey, Angelina, Annabelle, Ashley, Andy, Ava, Guadalupe, Haley, Juliana, Joey, Tara, Kayla, Liberty, Libby, Lucy, Laura, Mackenzie, Natasha, and Zoe. And thank you to Demetria, Judy, Palumi, Sue, Maggie, past President Ernie, President Scott, and every single daffodilian who supported us along the last year and in the years to come. And finally, I have to thank my parents. You have made me into the strong, kind, young woman I am today, who will never be afraid of the future. You raised me with the strongest of roots, and it is for this reason I get to grow. I love you so much. So, signing off, I'm Queen Katie Rose of the 2021 Daffodil Court. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Katie. We know that leading a court through a senior year wrecked with uncertainty about COVID-19 was not easy. You did so with such grace. We're so thankful for your continued passion for the role and Queen, taking time out of your schedule to be here today. So appreciated, and that you were able to fly home and be with us. Thank you.
Now, with your permission, we're going to do the honors and give everyone in the crowd what they've been waiting for all night. Ladies of the 22 Borough Court, we are so impressed by everything you've shown us on the stage this evening, and want you to know that we are so immeasurably proud of you. I heard you all yesterday. You are amazing. You are enough. I want you to hear it. You are enough. So,
we have Director of Royalty, Demetria Zuniga, and Royalty Educator, Mabel Thompson, and the Royal Robe, Crown, and Scepter at the ready. Judges, the envelope.
Let's bring to this moment.
Piano.
The official queen of the 2022 Daffodil Royal Court is Curtis High School Queen Clara.
No? Yeah? Okay. With this crown placed upon your head, I tap you and proclaim you to be Queen of the 2022 Daffodil Royal Court.
Every one of these 22 girls that stands behind me deserves this crown, even more than I do. And it is such an honor that I hold this today. Again, I'm at a loss for words. But less of oneself it always has the biggest impact. Love others well, be intentional. Every second counts and savor every moment, as I will right now. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you everyone who sacrificed their time so that we could share this special moment together. I will cherish this for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Princesses.
As for all of you in the audience, thanks so much for coming out tonight. The World Tour will be available in the lobby for pictures, and make sure to say congratulations to our new queen on the way out too. Princesses, don't forget to pick up all your flowers and snap a few pictures for your adoring fans. Pins are still available for purchase for anyone looking forward to support your report with a little swag.
And don't forget, the Daffodil Festival Princess Tea is coming up Sunday, May 1st at Laurel Creek Manor in Sumner. There are 2 seatings and seats are limited, so make sure you're ready when tickets go up for sale on April 1st.
Anything else? Oh, right. I didn't know if you all have heard, but for the first time in the whole 2 years, our Daffodil Grand School Parade will be held in the downtown streets of Tacoma, Chihuahua, Sumner, Forty on Saturday, April 9th. Did we say that? Will be open. You said that 2 times. That's great night.
Do it again.
Good to meet you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure, good to see you. Very nice to see
Very
you.
nice to see you. I'll have to come see your place for hot dogs.
Oh yes, we'd love to. Mr. Radcliffe? Yes. I had a first grade teacher at Rural Elementary School named Mrs. Radcliffe. I was curious if that would happen. No, it's just a common name. Oh, sorry. No, oh, thank you. Oh, really?
Yes. Right?
Oh, that's very special. That's an honor. Definitely an honor. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. You make a. Sorry, I'm left-handed, so everything.
Everything's left-handed.
Yeah. When you make it right, you make it left, and there's a strip mall, and there's a barbecue place.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm always
And then there's a burger place. Next to the
Oh, Sonic.
Oh, okay.
You can't miss it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's
Have a
gonna go
good
to-
thing. Have a good drive back. Thank you.
Go south on Orchard,
Yeah.
this way,
Yeah.
and then take a right.
Yes. Okay.
And
I know
then
where
it'll be
Sonic's
on your
at.
left.
It'll be on my left?
Yeah.
Okay, outstanding.
Not
Thank
the
you.
live
Guys
stream.
have a good trip home, okay?
Well, our trip home is like 7 minutes away. I'm sorry.